Time to musk up. Wow.
All right, back again today with a review of a well-loved Dior Privee by niche snobs, by connoisseurs. Although I don't think people would put it as their necessarily one of the greatest Dior Privees, but it sits there somewhere in the middle, I would say. And I like to call this basically amber light, kind of a diet amber fragrance, and that is Ambre Nuit by Dior. Okay, this bottle here, and this is one of the versions that came out when they switched to Maison. But what I do want to say is that they switched the note listing here, because there's separate ones on Fragrantica, and now it's listed Turkish, rose, and amber as the resin, not the thing floating in the ocean. But it's the same fragrance as the one that was released in 2009, if I'm not mistaken. And so I don't know what Dior was doing. They were switching things around, but it's the same thing. All right, and I don't know. I've looked at the batch codes, well, not the batch codes, the formula codes from older releases back when it was called Privee to Maison, and it's the same. And so I wouldn't even pay attention necessarily to the newer listing on Fragrantica 2009. Those are the notes that I think is the ones from the fragrance. And so you get bergamot, grapefruit, some damask rose, pink pepper, I think guaiac wood, ambergris / ambroxan, I think patchouli, and I might be missing on something else, but I'm gonna go over the things that mainly I pick up, the more important facets. The reason why I really like this is because it's not overly sweet. Like I said, it's a light amber. I don't know exactly how they formulated the accord here for the amber, because typically you use labdanum, benzoin, and vanilla. But to me, it feels like the labdanum was replaced with ambergris or / ambroxan, because I don't really get those typical leathery / animalic, really woody, incensey notes that you would get from a labdanum. And so I think taking that out and adding the ambergris kind of really makes it lighter and not as sweet, and a little bit more playful than typical kind of thick resinous amber. And that's one reason why I like this. It's really good for all seasons other than really, really hot summer days. But I'm sure you could pull this off during the nighttime. But as soon as you spray it on, that light amber facet hits you right away. A little bit of bergamot and grapefruit. There's a little mixture of citrus in there. But once that goes away, the main things that I get here is that light amber and the damask rose. Damask rose is the pink rose. That one tends to, the scent profile on that one tends to be lighter, watery, not thick, and fruity like kind of rose, like something like Bulgarian rose here. I think it's the same rose that's in Oud Ispahan, because I get that, again, that light watery rose in Oud Ispahan, but don't quote me on that. But that's the kind of rose that you get here, and I get a lot of it. I definitely get a little bit of spice, a little pink pepper here, dry, powdery, ambery, of course, but like I said, not overly sweet. You can also kind of be fooled to think that there's maybe some cinnamon in here, because I think amber kind of gives off those cinnamon qualities. I don't know, maybe it's a little dry from the guaiac wood, but I definitely also get some incense. There's definitely some qualities here from Mitza in here, the incense, the rose, and the amber, of course, although that one is a lot thicker. Amber, more resinous, and incensey kind of amber. This one is a very playful light amber. I do get a lot of damask rose in here, and maybe even more rose than amber, if I'm being honest. Maybe I can pick up on some patchouli, but there's really nothing kind of like that chocolatey, dirty patchouli here. You're not gonna get that here. I don't know if it's necessarily ambergris here. I highly doubt there would be natural ambergris in here, but it's definitely ambroxan in here, without a doubt. Maybe some woody ambers, but this one is balanced, very, very nice. Everything plays accordingly here. I know people compare this to Xerjoff's 40 knots, and to be honest, I don't think they're that similar. 40 knots is a lot thicker, sweeter, very salty kind of amber. Not well blended at all. So to be honest, this is definitely the way to go if you're comparing those two. Personally, that one is just not for me. But one thing that I don't think I've ever heard anybody say about this before was I pick up on tobacco. I get some tobacco facets here, a fresh, spicy, kind of aromatic tobacco here. Without a doubt, I'm picking up on that. And it's really, really nice, really well balanced. Like I said, again, you could wear this almost any time. Beautiful watery rose, lasts, but not too long. It's not obnoxious. Just that you will leave a nice, enjoyable scent trail here without a doubt. And this really is one of the better releases ever since they've been making fragrances for the Privee line. And I think it's still probably a good seller for them because it's been around since 2009. They haven't removed it from North America and brought it to Paris. And yeah, just I love this take on amber fragrances when they mix in ambergris with the amber accord. Another one that does that is Ambre Oud from Roja Parfums, or Roger Parfums. I think it's Roger Parfums. That's another one that kind of plays with ambergris and the resin amber. But overall, really nice, enjoyable release. And yeah, let me know if you've tried this one and if you like it. All right, take care, guys. Bye. And ladies.